The RPKM is a good old Russian beast and one of the weapons that shares the 33.4 damage profile. But is it as good as it seems from the start? In today's video we are going to discuss everything that matters about this LMG, so sit back, relax, and let's dive in. As always, let's start with basics. The RPKM has 33.4 flat damage and 553 RPM rate of fire, which is one of the slowest in Battlefield 6. It has a non-common for LMGs 367 ms ADS transfer speed, a standard headshot multiplier of 1.34, a 40 bullet mag, and a very decent for LMG 2.8 second reload time. It is not a usual LMG type of weapon. It only uses different sizes of magazines and not belts. And because of that, it has a 2.8 second reload time on any size of mag. The only three things that change with size are ADS movement speed, ADS transfer speed, and sprint recovery. And the bigger the mag, the slower these parameters. But to be fair, I advise using either the standard 40 bullet mag or 30 bullet one, as it has better ADS transfer speed and it is on par with assault rifles and carbines. Not only that, but as this gun has 553 RPM rate of fire, it takes 3.15 seconds to unload the whole 30 bullet mag. It's simply too slow and you don't really need a bigger mag with such reload time. As for fast mags, they improve your reload time to 2.48 seconds. Do you really need that? I don't think so. Let's move on to the raw power stats. The RPKM has a non-common for LMG class 5 damage zones with damage fall-off points at 9.5, 21, 36 and 75 meters. To the body we deal 33.4, 27.3, 21.5, 20 and 16.8 damage at the respective ranges. It has a standard headshot multiplier of 1.34 and hollow point ammo multiplier of 1.5. Additionally, it has access to synthetic ammo with damage multiplier of 1.75. But is such a strange for LMG damage profile good enough to use this ammo type? We need 3 to 6 shots to the body to kill our target. For a headshot, it cuts the needed shots to kill by 1 in the second zone and past that. Hollow point ammo improves STK by 1 at all ranges and by 2 past 75 meters mark. Synthetic ammo makes the RPKM a 2-shot killer in the first range zone and a 3-shot killer up to 75 meters, and that can be crucial. That leads us to time to kill parameters for multiplayer. It takes 218 milliseconds to kill in the first range zone. Not a bad result, but that's only up to 9.5 meters, so in critical CQB range. In the second zone, it will take 341 milliseconds to kill your target, and the longer the range, the worse it becomes. But if we are using hollow point or synthetic ammo, it takes 110 milliseconds to kill our target in the first range zone. Of course, it is pretty hard to aim for heads in critical CQB, so we are looking at 232 milliseconds needed to kill at the start of the second range zone and 338 milliseconds in the end of the fourth zone. That's a very decent result, and in case you can control this beast and can be accurate enough to hunt for heads, it is 100% the way to go. If we compare the RPKM to other weapons in the LMG class, it takes 4th place. But if you look at the second and third range zones results, it takes 8th place right before the KTS. And here's the important part for the RPKM. Yes, we have a decent result in the first range zone, but it becomes worse and worse with range. And it's not like a 10 milliseconds difference with others, it's more than 100 milliseconds to kill your target compared to most weapons in the LMG class. That's a very bad result. And it would work only if the RPKM had the same accuracy as the KTS, so we could use synthetic ammo and make this weapon shine. But unfortunately it's not that simple, and we will discuss that in the next section. Now it's time to move on to the Bloom and Recoil section. Here's the result for the Bloom area test. It is based on 1500 shots made in ADS at a 20 meter range. The green area is a typical behavior of Recoil and Bloom of the RPKM. Yellow zones are examples of single mag patterns. We can clearly see that recoil is not a flaw for this weapon. It is actually very small and easy to control. You can easily use the RPKM without recoil reduction attachments at all. The main direction of recoil is 4 degrees to the left. But here's the catch. The recoil itself is small, but the bloom cone and the spread of the RPKM is pretty big, so we definitely want to use attachments to improve accuracy while moving in ADS, such as violet laser. Talking about hipfire area, here's the test for it at a 10 meter range. And surprisingly enough, it's not that bad as with other LMGs. In addition to that, the RPKM has access to all needed attachments to make a pure hipfire build, and I have got one for you. But of course, that's not about efficiency, but for fun only. If you want to be efficient, you should use it purely in ADS. And in case we are using all attachments for hipfire accuracy, we can shrink the base area to this size. As a quick reminder, I've got an ultimate attachment guide for you. If you wanna know how exactly attachments work and how they affect your weapon, feel free to check it out. The link is in top right corner and the description down below. And for new attachments that we'll get in Season 3 and all changes and balance, I'll make an update video in the future. Moving on to the Playstyle section. The RPKM, despite its strange 4 LMG damage profile and slow rate of fire, is actually a very versatile weapon. And when we talk about playstyle, I'd say it can do pretty much everything. It has decent stats for critical CQB and decent damage profile, STK and TTK parameters when using synthetic ammo. Yes, it lacks some power at mid to long range if you are not a headhunter, but of course everything depends on your personal skill. Yet it has pretty good ADS transfer speed, so that will help us, at least for a bit. In addition to that, it gives us the ability to react faster and save some time. I have a build that has 200 milliseconds ADS transfer speed, which becomes even better if you are playing a support class, due to its LMG proficiency. So basically it can be good for both aggressive and more passive playstyles. Optimal range for the RPKM is up to 75 meters. I'd not advise using it for longer ranges as the spread and bloom cone are pretty big. This weapon is not accurate while spraying. And to be real, it requires a burst fire habit to be efficient at ranges more than 36 meters. As we discussed earlier, recoil is very easy to control. You don't need any recoil reduction attachments to tame this beast at all. Leveling with this gun is very easy, and it is a very newbie-friendly weapon. You don't need anything at all. Pick up a violet laser and flash compensator, switch it for a suppressor and you'll lock it, take a slim hand stop and you're good to go. You won't have any problems while leveling at all. The only power spike for the RPKM is the synthetic ammo unlocked, but it will give any benefit only if you are a good headhunter. Now let's move on to the build section. The RPKM is not an attachment-hungry weapon, so we can build it however we want. I've prepared 3 main builds for you guys: Tactical Aggressor, Headhunter, and a fun build for Hipfire. The first build is more of a role-player one, the Tactician. For the sight, take a variable sight. I personally prefer 1 to 5x, as it has a very clear view. Next we need a standard suppressor, a short barrel, slim handstop, violet laser, lightweight ammo, and 30 bullet mag. In case you wanna use thermal sights, you are free to do so. With this build, the RPKM becomes an all-rounder weapon, which is able to do everything you want. Yes, it won't excel at every single thing, but it will be good enough. The optimal range for this build is up to 75 meters, and the variable scope will help us to deal with targets at these ranges. This build was created to make a somewhat tactical version of the RPKM and make it closer to the assault rifle class and the good old AK-74. As the RPKM is not an attachment-hungry weapon and really can work with any attachments used, it lets us do so. Is it the most efficient build that lets you make kill records with ease? Absolutely not. But playing with it was fun and refreshing. The second build is what I believe the most dangerous one, the Headhunter. As every single headshot build, it requires you to be precise and it shines more the more skilled you are. For the sight section, take what you want. Next we take a flash hider, heavy extended barrel, full angled grip, violet laser and synthetic ammo. In case you feel you lack accuracy, switch the full angled for a slim angled grip. The optimal range for this build is 10 to 75 meters. As for the playstyle, it is suitable for any type of gameplay. Aggressive and passive, supportive and second lane, it can do it all. But I'd not advise being the first man pushing, as this build is not perfect for critical CQB. Cover-to-cover gameplay is best suited for it. And do not forget that we need 3 headshots to kill our targets at up to 75 meters. So if you are stable with your aim and burst firing, this will be a very stable killer in your hands. From my experience, it is the most effective build for the RPKM, and I enjoyed playing with it. And if you wanna play with this gun, definitely give it a try. The third build is Cringe Fire. This one is oriented towards making the RPKM a very accurate hipfire weapon for CQB. For the sight section, take iron sights. Next we take a flash hider, short barrel, slim handstop, 30-point blue laser and a hipfire attack light. This build was created to be potent in CQB, so the ideal range is up to 21 meters, where we have 3 to 4 shots kill potential. But it can be used up to 36 meters if you get used to iron sights. That in turn means this build favors hyper-aggressive and push-and play style. But never forget that we have a pretty slow rate of fire, and we can meet SCW-10, TR-7 and shotgun users. And they have way better damage profiles, so you will be at a disadvantage. And to deny that, you need to have great map knowledge, minimap awareness and be prepared to push with your movement skills. That way you'll have all the chances to win fights in CQB. The RPKM is not a usual LMG. It has 5 damage zones and pretty slow rate of fire, which leads us to an unusual damage profile. But it definitely has its use cases and is a very nearby-friendly weapon. The RPKM can be used in any game scenario, yet it won't excel in any of them. But can it be fun playing with it, and will it give you some unique experience? It 100% will do so. But of course that's only my thoughts, and I'd like to know what you guys think about this gun in the comment section down below. And feel free to join our community Discord where we discuss the game, share guides and play together. The link is in the description down below. If you liked the video, press that like and subscribe buttons for future content. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.